afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4, back in the bunker on this Friday.
It's Friday, though. We've made it to the end of the week.
Yeah, yes, we have indeed. And we have a very busy Friday show as usual, so let's get started. Topping our news today, in the Chandler Halderson trial, prosecutors played the full interview investigators had with Chandler Halderson before arresting him for the murder of his parents.
Our Brady Mallory will have the latest. It sure was a cold one today, but with a little weekend warm-up coming up, should we expect any snow? Dana Fulton is standing by with our certified most accurate forecast.
And Hollywood loses yet another legend. A look back at the remarkable life and career of Sidney Poitier. But let's take a look outside on this Friday. I think the dogs were outside for 20 seconds this morning.
Oh, sorry about that. It's Austin on the weather patio, not Dana today. But actually, tomorrow might be a day to get out and enjoy the snow, do some sledding or skiing. Temperatures are actually going to be in the double digits for a little bit.
In the plus category.
That's right. That's right. Austin is on the weather patio. Sorry about that, Austin.
Hey, no problem at all. And hey, I think we're all excited to see warmer conditions outside right now. It's 11 degrees, and I can feel every single degree. It is very cold outside right now. Janesville currently at 9 and Monroe at 6 degrees right now. Now our wind speeds are on the calmer side of things. Only looking at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and that is going to be the case here for the next few hours. Later on tonight, we're actually going to pick up the wind speeds, but it'll warm our temperatures up. That'll actually greatly aid us for tomorrow. But in the meantime, with the light breeze that we're seeing, it feels like it's 0 right here in Madison. It feels like it's 4 below in Lone Rock. Some other communities like Viroqua, it is 6 below for that wind chill. We also do have an alert day in the forecast for Monday. Temperatures are going to warm up a little bit for tomorrow, cooling down slightly for Sunday. And then they really do bottom out here by the time we kick off the next work week. High temperatures in the single digits again, low temperatures below 0. Wind chill is going to stay below 0 all day, very similar to what we saw today. Tonight's low, 3 degrees. Now this is going to get set in the evening hours, and then those temperatures will actually rise throughout the night. And I'll have details why and a look at your extended forecast, and that's coming up a little bit later on.
All right, looking forward to that. Austin, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. Investigators did not mince words when they accused Chandler Halderson of lying about what happened to his parents.
Today in court, prosecutors played video of the interview with Halderson before detectives ultimately arrested him for the murder of his parents, Bart and Krista Halderson. Brady Mallory takes us to day 4 of the trial and breaks down this piece of evidence. Brady?
Well, we want to warn you, you may find some of the details disturbing. In the nearly 2-hour interview, detectives asked Chandler Halderson to recount his version of the events of the days leading up to and after his parents supposedly left to go to their cabin up in northern Wisconsin. As he went over the story, Halderson appeared to have trouble piecing together what happened on each day, often correcting himself and asking investigators which day they were talking about. Well, at that time, he didn't know the sheriff's office had discovered the dismembered torso of his dad, Bart Halderson, along with multiple cutting tools, including scissors and a handheld saw. At the end of the timeline and a review of Chandler's statements, the detectives cut to the chase and confronted him. They thought he was lying.
I think it's time we start talking about what happened to your parents. Like the truthful version. Okay. So we have like 20 pages of writing. We're going to start with a clean white piece of paper for you to start telling the truth. Okay. Why? Because listen to me. This is the only chance you're going to have to tell us the truth.
According to the criminal complaint in the case, Halderson was arrested shortly after asking for an attorney. After he was told he was being arrested, he asked what happened. Halderson denied being there when something happened to his parents, but detectives again accused him before putting him in handcuffs and booking him into the Dane County Jail. We'll show you more of that interview with Halderson coming up at 5.
We'll see you then, Brady. Thank you. The U.S. Supreme Court convened a special session today to hear arguments on whether the Biden administration's vaccine requirements for healthcare workers and large companies can be implemented.
The nation continues to battle the more infectious Omicron variant, which according to the CDC now makes up 95% of U.S. COVID cases. Skylar Henry has more from the Supreme Court.
Friday, the Supreme Court heard challenges to two Biden administration vaccine rules. One requiring the vaccine or weekly testing for businesses with 100 or more employees, and the other requiring healthcare workers at facilities that receive Medicare or Medicaid be fully vaccinated.
Americans shouldn't be forced to choose between getting medical care and exposing themselves unnecessarily to a virus.
Without the injunction, rural America will face an imminent crisis.
At the heart of the legal battle is whether the administration has overstepped its authority to impose those requirements, which the White House says could affect nearly 100 million workers.
Tell me what's irrational about rules of that nature when it is the workplace that puts you into contact with people that will put you at risk.
It appears that the federal government is going agency by agency as a workaround to its inability to get Congress to act.
Ahead of Friday's court arguments, the White House released a statement expressing confidence for the administration's legal authority for both policies and arguing that the need is greater than ever.
COVID, as we're dealing with it now, is not here to stay. The new normal doesn't have to be. We have so many more tools we're developing.
As the nation continues its fight against the fast-spreading Omicron variant, the FDA now says Moderna vaccine recipients can now get a booster shot only 5 months after their initial series instead of 6. It comes days after similar guidance for some Pfizer recipients. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the Supreme Court.
The 3 men convicted of killing Ahmaud Arbery were sentenced today. Judge Timothy Walmsley in Georgia sentenced Travis McMichael, his father Greg McMichael to life in prison without the chance of parole for the murder of Ahmaud Arbery. The third defendant, William Roddy Bryan, received the possibility of parole, life with the possibility of parole. The case gained national attention after video surfaced of them chasing and shooting the 25-year-old black man in a Georgia neighborhood nearly 2 years ago.
Today, the defendants are being held accountable for their actions.
A jury convicted the defendants in November, more than a year and a half after video showed the 3 men chasing Arbery down and shooting him while he was jogging in a Georgia neighborhood in February of 2020. The defense claimed their clients thought Arbery was a burglar and were trying to make a citizen's arrest, but there was no evidence of a crime. The 3 men still face a federal hate crime trial next month.
Well, millions of people along the East Coast are dealing with a nasty winter storm that's being blamed for dozens of accidents. In some places, snow totals are higher than expected. Stranded cars and trucks are scattered along a parkway in western Kentucky after a powerful winter storm dumped heavy snow. Not far away, Interstate 75 was also shut down, leaving some motorists stuck for hours. In Wyoming, a state trooper was nearly hit by a car that apparently lost control, and in Michigan, the snow and freezing conditions caused numerous accidents.
Lots of slide-offs, ditches, rollover.
The storm is moving north and has already dumped significant snow in the Boston area. Forecasters say parts of New England could get more than a foot of snow before it's over. The D.C. area was hit with its second snowstorm in a week, with another 2 to 5 inches falling. Well, after about a year and a half as the interim leader of the University of Wisconsin system, former Governor Tommy Thompson is stepping down from the role. In a letter to UW system president Edmund Manydeeds III today, Thompson said his resignation will be effective March 18th. Thompson was sworn in as the interim head of the UW system in July of 2020 and was charged with leading the state's public universities through the coronavirus pandemic. Thompson said when he took over, he knew the role would be temporary, while the system searched for a permanent president.
A crash involving 2 semis and a minivan ended in the death of 4 people on I-39 southbound last night. The Wisconsin State Patrol says a Honda van passed a car on the shoulder just after 10 p.m. The van attempted to assist the car, but pulled over into oncoming traffic, resulting in it being hit by 2 semi-trucks. All 4 people in the van were killed, and both semi-drivers were not injured. The names of those involved have not been released.
Mineral Point firefighters and other local first responders honored 2 of their co-workers this morning with a procession for the 2 firefighters recently killed in a deadly semi versus fire truck crash. The crash happened around 12:15 Thursday morning on Highway 151 near mile marker 38. Authorities said the firefighters were responding to a different crash when their fire truck was hit by a semi. Both firefighters were severely injured in the crash and pronounced dead at the scene. The Dane County Sheriff's Office traffic unit planned to provide help with the escort. Other first responders who wanted to show their support for the Mineral Point Fire Department were asked to line the procession route at intersections and overpasses.
Lake Mendota has officially frozen over for the season. That is according to the state climatology office. The January 7th ice-on date was 23 days shy of Lake Mendota's latest ice-on date. That record was set January 30th, 1932. While the entirety of Lake Mendota is now covered in what appears to be solid ice, local officials are warning the ice is likely still thin in some places. The Department of Natural Resources recommends waiting until there's at least 4 inches of ice before venturing out onto local lakes.
If you can row a boat between Picnic Point and Maple Bluff to deliver a case of beer, the ice is open. The lake is open. If you can't, the ice is on. So they still rely on that.
That's a good way to remember it.
That is a good measurement.
Yes, each year the Clean Lakes Alliance holds a Mendota freeze contest, asking people to guess when the lake would officially freeze. Well, 1,600 people entered the contest this year, and 98 guessed it correctly, January 7th. This year's winner, Jennifer Felstead of Fond du Lac, will get a $1,000 Land's End gift card as the grand prize.
The beloved Dane County Farmers Market is back for its late winter season. This time located in the Garver Feed Mill. Whether it's a new cheese flavor or a meat product you've yet to try, there's sure to be something for everyone to find on Saturday mornings this winter. To maintain COVID safety, a maximum of 500 people will be allowed inside at a time. That number marked by clicker counters at the entrance. Your favorite booths will be spread out across Garver, with market organizers saying despite fields being covered with snow, plenty of locally grown produce and handmade goods are available.
You'll see many of the same faces that you see on the square. They'll have different offerings. There are still vegetables that are growing in hoop houses, so everything that you see at the market has been grown and produced in Wisconsin.
And parking at Garber's is extremely tight, but Buger says plenty of parking options are right off the nearby bike path. A map for directions can be found on the market's website. Well, still to come at 4, one of Hollywood's brightest stars has gone dark. We'll look back at the extraordinary life and career of Sidney Poitier when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Test rest a Beauty Rest Black or Black Hybrid at Steinhafels, and you could win a 2-year lease to a 2022 Mercedes-Benz GLA 250. Beauty Rest Black is the ultimate in luxury and comfort. Queen mattresses start at just $23.99. Plus, get a free weighted blanket and $200 in Steinhafels cash. And with Steinhafels special financing and free delivery, buying a Beauty Rest Black has never been easier. Relax, it's Steinhafels and steinhafels.com.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this New Year's, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean. And people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This new year, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
In a recent clinical study,
patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity,
using less or a lot less oral pain medicines,
and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Habitat homes are built and bought by the hardworking families that live in them. Through affordable mortgages backed by your donations, Habitat Dane County offers a chance for these families to invest in their future and their community. Please donate or volunteer today.
A 105,000 square foot mansion in Los Angeles could be the most expensive property ever sold in the U.S.
The exclusive hillside oasis in the Bel Air neighborhood is set to go up for auction next month with a starting bid of $295 million. It spans nearly 4 acres with 360-degree ocean and alpine views. The home, known as The One, includes a nightclub, salon, spa, 10,000 square foot sky deck, private running track, movie theater, bowling alley, and a 10,000 bottle wine cellar. While Los Angeles is no stranger to mansions, this is the first and only residence of its size. During the decade it took to build, the city passed regulations limiting the size of single-family homes. And believe it or not, the property's real estate agent already has a targeted buyer in mind.
How do you clean a house like that?
I think you have help. Wow, that's something.
It is something. Well, unemployment fell in December, but job growth did not reach what economists were expecting. According to the Labor Department, unemployment dropped to 3.9%, a new pandemic-era low. Businesses across the country are hiring, with millions of positions currently open, so analysts are disappointed that the economy added just 199,000 jobs in December. That is about half of what was expected. Still, the job market remains on positive ground and is moving closer to pre-pandemic levels.
And stocks ended the week in the red on that news. The Dow Industrials lost 4 points, ending the week at 36,231. The Nasdaq fell another 144 points for its worst week since February of last year. The S&P 500 was down 19. Well, Hollywood has lost a true icon.
Academy Award-winning and racial barrier-breaking actor Sidney Poitier has died at 94 years old.
Sarah Sidner looks back at his decades-long career.
Sidney Poitier was so much more than a film legend. He is revered, not just because of what he did on screen, but also because of his tremendous impact off-screen as a champion of civil rights.
We believe in the essential dignity of every human being.
The son of a Bahamian tomato farmer, Poitier lived a life of first. The first black man to win an Oscar for Best Actor, and one of the first black people to become a true Hollywood star among the greatest of all time.
We have lots and lots and lots of African-American actors. Now, when we didn't have any, I appeared. Not because I brought so much, but because the time was right.
But his career almost ended before it ever began. As a teenager, Poitier auditioned for the American Negro Theater, but he was quickly thrown out because he couldn't read. He was tone deaf, and he had a thick Bahamian accent.
He says, you know, actor. We got next to the door, he opened it, pushed me out, and slammed it.
A determined Poitier would spend months perfecting his acting skills and modifying his speaking voice. His hard work would pay off in a big way.
I was right. I know I was right.
In the 1950s, he appeared in more than a dozen films, beginning with No Way Out, and including an Oscar-nominated performance in The Defiant Ones. However, it was his portrayal of a former GI in the 1963 movie Lilies of the Field that broke Hollywood's color barrier, earning him the coveted Oscar for Best Actor. Poitier never overcame his tone deafness, lip-syncing the song Amen in the famous Lily scene. The songwriter, Chester Hairston, actually did the singing. Poitier was considered a bankable star in 1967, starring in the landmark film To Sir with Love.
Those kids are devils incarnate, huh? I've tried everything.
Playing characters that would force audiences to confront racial prejudices.
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
But he would also challenge the Hollywood establishment, forcing a change in his iconic role as Detective Virgil Tibbs in the 1967 Academy Award-winning In the Heat of the Night because of a scene that would require him to acquiesce to a racist character.
I'm going to take you over to Brownsville and put you on the bus myself. You aren't taking me anywhere, you dig? You're holding the wrong man.
That same year, he would star in the watershed film, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, alongside Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn.
Mom, this is John.
The film not only depicted a successful interracial relationship, it also foreshadowed future progress in America.
Have you given any thought to the problems your children are going to have?
Yes, and they'll have some. And we'll have the children. Otherwise, I don't know what you'd call it, but you couldn't call it a marriage.
Is that the way Joey feels?
She feels that every single one of our children will be president of the United States, and they'll all have colorful administrations.
It's only fitting that in 2009, Sidney Poitier would be presented with the Medal of Freedom by President Barack Obama.
Poitier once called his driving purpose to make himself a better person. He did. And he made us all a little bit better along the way.
That he did. According to the Bahamian government, Poitier died last night. No cause of death was given.
What a remarkable life.
A true legend indeed.
Well, still to come on Live at 4. We've all heard that chicken soup can help heal many things. Turns out, it actually does. We're in the kitchen with Dr. Zorba Pastor to share a recipe that he says will help you build resilience, coming up after Austin's weekend forecast.
Fixed. No charge.
Ah, that's my son. He always takes care of his mama.
Ooh, what's up with Granny's casserole?
It's for after your Uncle Joe's funeral. My brother didn't have a life insurance policy.
I hear there's a collection to help Aunt Adele.
Yeah, a funeral costs north of $9,000 these days. That's a hefty bill for family to pay if there's no life insurance check to help.
Wow. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Which reminds me, I've been meaning to tell you, I got that $9.95 plan from Colonial Penn. I'm on a fixed income, so price is important.
The life insurance on TV.
Just $9.95 a month to help you pay my funeral expenses. What about your family, son? You've got a wife and kids, and a grandson living with you now, too.
Maybe I should get the $9.95 plan, too. Thing is, this has been a rough year for my business, Ma. Money's tight. Still, for $9.95 a month, I don't have a good excuse, do I?
I'm Jonathan for Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. If you're age 50 to 85, just $9.95 a month buys whole life insurance with guaranteed acceptance. You cannot be turned down for any health reason. There are no health questions. Guaranteed lifetime coverage. Your insurance can never be canceled. Just pay your premiums. Guaranteed lifetime rate lock. Your rate can never increase. It's locked in as soon as you're covered and stays the same for the rest of your life. With guarantees like these, it's no surprise the $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life insurance.
Now don't forget, wear your good suit tonight. And please call about the $9.95 plan today while it's on your mind, okay?
Call now for free information.
Call 1-800-505-7613 for free information and your free beneficiary planner. No obligation. 1-800-505-7613. That's 1-800-505-7613. Call now.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. When it comes to saving money, the Marshalls are masterful. But back in the day, that was not the case. Today, savings is what drives them. That's why they chose Consumer Cellular.
You live and learn.
They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. Plus, AARP members get exclusive discounts. Switch to Consumer Cellular today and start saving.
Well, take a look at this. Young Peyton stole his mother's heart, and now he's stealing everything around the house. As she unzips his onesie, she finds tampons, an Apple Watch, toilet paper, a banana, and a $100 bill. People online assume that this is all a setup, but she has proof that it's not. Look at the size of his shirt. There's no room, and he's still stuffing things inside. Peyton appears to be on track to grow up to be a magician or a hoarder. Let's hope it's the former.
Oh, that is so cute.
Where is he finding all of that stuff?
See, that's great. You can carry it all around.
Carry it all with you. Just stuff it down your shirt.
Oh, that's so priceless. That's going to be a great video to show when he's in high school.
And he's going to have to live this down for the rest of his life.
Yes.
All right. Maybe a little warmer this weekend.
Oh, it really will be. Especially tomorrow, you'll feel the change in temperatures, but then come Sunday and next Monday, well, you'll feel it cooling down again. So make sure you stay tuned. I'll have a look at your extended forecast. And also, do we have any snow chances along the way? I'll answer that question right after the break.
Look how light it is outside.
It's beautiful.
Guys, do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Now there's great news. Peak Performance for Men will help you regain your performance and confidence naturally. Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels, restoring normal and natural functionability where it counts most. There are no needles, no surgery, and best of all, no pain. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for free, and over $300 value. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Deep in credit card debt? Did you know Credit Associates can help you reduce that debt? It's not nearly as complicated as you think. Let me show you what I mean. First, there's the total amount of credit card debt you owe. Whoa! We can reduce that by almost half. Second, how about those decades you'll be in debt? We reduced that down to as little as 24 to 36 months, giving you up to 20 debt-free years back. Lastly, how about the endless hours of stress and anxiety from being in debt? We can help reduce that too. It's easy to get started. Call now to see how Credit Associates can reduce your debt and save you thousands. The information is free and there's no risk to call. 1-800-949-3849. Call Credit Associates now to start living better, debt-free. 1-800-949-3849.
Are you sick of the areas of your home being cold in the winter or hot in the summer? Your house is a complete system of components that need to work together, similar to the human body. Just like us, your home needs to breathe too. If we're letting our home breathe fresh air, we'll be healthier and regulate our temperature better. Wouldn't it be great if we could show you all the areas needing improvement in just minutes without tearing the house apart? That is what our thermal imaging does for you. It will show the temperature differences and areas of air exchange. Then you'll know what areas need to be improved. Just like going to the doctor, except these doctors do house calls. This will also help in preventing the entrance of harmful pollutants inside your house. You can now easily bring down the energy bills and have a durable and safe home environment with Fry Construction. Visit fryconstruction.com to schedule your free professional house call with a thermal imaging and insulation specialist.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
And welcome back. The sun is still shining, and these days are getting a little bit longer and a little bit longer as the days do progress. Now, a few things of note that we are watching out for. Saturday evening, there is a potential to see a few flurries, maybe even some lighter freezing drizzle. We're not expecting much with this, but there is that potential to see some freezing drizzle, so we are watching out for that tomorrow night. Still a very small chance to see that, about a 20% chance, so we're not too hyped up about that as of right now. Staying mostly dry for next week, minimal snowfall chances, and then bitter cold returns on Monday. It hasn't even warmed up from what we saw this morning. We're still in the single digits and teens for most of our communities, but we are staying dry. There was a lot of sunshine outside earlier today, and then we take a step here to our west, and there is some lighter snowfall out towards Bismarck, but that's not going to affect us. That is going to be another system that just creeps up a little bit too far to the north. So again, northern Wisconsin is going to see a little bit of lighter snowfall here with this one. Not a big storm by any means, but a few dustings, 1/10 of an inch, maybe an isolated inch or so for the northern part of the state. But here locally, we're just going to see some cloud cover from that, and the winds are going to pick up in the overnight hours, which will actually equate to a warmer Saturday ahead of us. Take a look at what happens here later tonight. 3 degrees at about 9 p.m. tonight, but that's our low temperature. We're going to see that southerly breeze increasing and actually bringing up our temps overnight. So by the time you start out your morning tomorrow, we're actually going to see the lower teens taking back over. It'll be about 12 degrees here at 7 a.m. tomorrow. And then towards the afternoon, with that warmer start, that is going to translate here to a slightly warmer afternoon with those upper 20s returning. But this is also going to be that time frame in the evening tomorrow where we could end up seeing a flurry or two, a possibility of some freezing drizzle, but that's just about it. And then that's going to move out here early in the night, clearing out pretty quickly here by the time we reach Sunday morning. But taking a look at past Sunday, that's when we have that next alert day. It's for Monday. Low temperatures that morning, 5 to 10 degrees below zero. High temperatures staying at around 10 degrees or less here. Wind chills are also going to stay below zero for most of the day. Our current temperatures right now, 11 degrees here in Madison. It is very cold outside, but the winds are not too strong. They are starting to slowly increase. Right now, we're just between around 5 and 10 miles per hour. There's even a few calm locations out here, and this is where we're actually not seeing those wind chills dropping off. But the areas that are seeing the lighter breeze, well, here in Madison, it feels like it's zero. So definitely keep that in mind if you are heading out this evening. It is going to be quite chilly, and this evening is actually going to be the coldest time, between around 8 and 10 p.m. tonight. But our temperature outlook in the extended forecast is also looking pretty good, but we're going to be around average here near the end of the forecast. As you can see here on our extended forecast, we do have some of those warmer days. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this next week, lower to mid-30s. But then afterwards, we're only going to cool down here into the 20s. So we're going to be pretty close to average. Some models are showing slightly warmer conditions, but overall, we are going to really cool things back down here at the end of the forecast, but not too much, not like what we actually have seen as of late.
Well, that's good news, I guess.
It is. We'll take it.
Yeah, you should come back here. It's 112 degrees.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on.
We'll bring a fan back there for you.
We should set one up. So
okay. Okay.
Blow the hot air around. Thank you, Austin. With a cold weekend on the way, this would be a great time to make some hot soup. Evidence is growing that your grandmother was right. Chicken soup is good for you.
That's right. Many of you, of course, know Dr. Zorba Pastor. And in addition to all of his other projects and pursuits, Zorba has a passion for cooking and nutrition. So he invited me over to his house to share a recipe that he says is good for your physical and mental health. And it can help you build resilience, which is something we all need now more than ever.
It's the beginning of the year, it's January, it's cold, the days are getting longer, but we know January and February is a cold time. That's why soup is so important in the wintertime, certainly for us living in Wisconsin.
Dr. Zorba Pastor is a believer in what moms have known through history. Chicken soup is good for the soul. So what is it, do you think, Zorba, about chicken soup? Not literally the soup, but the idea of making chicken soup that is so
it's
healing.
Just healing, doing it. It's emotive. So it's emotional. So it's not the same as going to a restaurant. If you went to a restaurant, you got chicken soup, that's okay. It's the making of chicken soup, it's the warmth, it's the tradition, it's tradition.
Zorba invited me to make a pot of chicken matzo ball soup, a recipe lovingly known as Jewish penicillin.
So it's instead of a noodle, you have this. Now, the nice thing about this, matzo balls are sort of a traditional dish in our house.
Yes.
So whenever I do this, I think of my mother, because she loved doing matzo ball soup, and that's part of cooking at home.
Yeah. Research has shown that soup clears congestion and provides hydration, which can help strengthen immunity. But you've always been a big proponent that food is medicine.
Absolutely. 100%.
Better than taking a pill or anything else.
Your immune system pops up when you have really good food. Your heart system pops up. It reduces your stress. How good could that be?
Right.
It's natural healing. So we have 8 cups of water in here. You have to put in 8 teaspoons.
Okay. What is that?
This is the secret ingredient.
The pastor's secret ingredient.
This is a parsnip, and a parsnip makes the soup sweet.
Is it accurate to say you can actually improve your immune system by
100%.
doing good things for yourself and others?
We know that good eating and good nutrition improves the immune system in a number of ways. You've controlled the vegetables that go in there, so you know it's really good stuff, and that's very important for nutrition. You have another aspect that's important for immunity, the reduction of stress. When we are stressed, we are not as healthy psychologically. When we are not stressed, we are healthier psychologically. And study after study has shown that stress reduces your ability to fight and to work on your immune system.
Oh, okay. Right, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, Zorba, this looks delicious.
You will see there's a little sweetness to it. Taste
you know what?
the parsnip.
I like the parsnip. When it feels so daunting and overwhelming, it's good to remember little things make a big difference.
You hit it, right. Well, there's an Elizabeth Wharton quote that I love. In spite of illness, in spite of sorrow, one can live long past the usual date of one's death if one is unafraid of change, insatiable in intellectual curiosity, interested in big things, and happy in small ways.
He is a wise person on top of everything else. If you'd like to try it this weekend, we've posted Dr. Zorba Pastor's recipe on channel3000.com.
It looks delicious, Susan.
I've never put parsnip in chicken soup before in my life, and I always will again. It's really good.
I'm going to call up that recipe, make it this weekend.
Okay.
Thank you, Susan. Well, coming up next on Live at 4, we're taking you to the movies as we take a look at the newest spy thriller of the new year.
And then coming up next hour at 5, even with people going out less, the pandemic seemed to coincide with an increase in gun violence. Our Brad Hamilton breaks down the numbers at 5.
Is coming this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Meet the top builders, remodelers, and home improvement experts at the Mendota Terrace Convention Center this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only.
There's been much debate about the Mona Lisa smile. Would it have been bigger and brighter if she'd had good dental care? Maybe if Physicians Mutual Insurance Company had been around back then, it'd be a different story. She could have gone to the dentist more, knowing she'd have help paying the bills. And those regular checkups might have found early signs of tooth decay or gum disease, costly problems that could keep anyone from smiling. Physicians Mutual offers affordable coverage that can help pay for cleanings and unexpected or expensive procedures you might need, like crowns or dentures. This is real dental insurance, not just a discount plan or for checkups only. There are no deductibles, and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Call or go online today for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual. Get the dental care you need to help you stay healthy. For your free information kit with all the details, call us now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
We love our new home. Lots of windows, great light.
But the birds.
They're back.
Yes, I hear them.
Uh-oh. Why are these birds so angry?
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
I'm going.
Hurry, hurry!
I know.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
After several record-setting days in Wisconsin for new COVID cases, when could we see the peak of Omicron? We'll get answers from health experts tonight at 5.
After a chilly start to today, we have a brief warm-up ahead for the weekend. We'll take a closer look at the cool down that might build in for next week.
Then at 6, we'll look at the uptick in gun violence in Madison, especially in the past 2 years, and what's being done to halt the trend for 2022. Join us tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Well, the newest spy thriller in theaters makes a significant change to the standard action movie format.
David Daniel has a look at the 355.
We're the top agents from around the world. American, British, German, Colombian, Chinese.
The 355 began 5 years ago when producer and star Jessica Chastain was at the Cannes Film Festival.
I was looking at all these posters of films that were raising financing for these, ensemble male action films, and that's when I was like, why haven't we made a movie with a female ensemble that isn't a comedy? That was the thing. Like, where we take them seriously.
I have a family. I'm not an agent, I'm a therapist. And this is really not for me.
The serious ensemble includes Penelope Cruz, who had the idea her character should not be a super spy.
It was important for us that at least one of us in the group, one of the characters was a mother, and how she was going to combine that with this crazy job.
Cruz and Diane Kruger relished the chance to take center stage in roles usually played by men.
There was a lot about this film that just felt right, and getting to play with all these other women, which is so unusual, right? Like, I'm always just the one girl in a film.
It's kind of sad that it's a surprise, 2022, and it's still such a surprise that all the leads are female, and that they are the ones saving the world, and they don't need men to do that.
I like the new team.
We're the 355.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Still to come tonight at 4, Broadway returns to the Overture Center next week. Mean Girls is coming to town. And our Michael Bruno checks it out as he goes backstage when Live at 4 continues.
There's a difference in a small town where family values still hold true. Welcome to the Portage Furniture Store. Well, we ventured back to Portage, and look at who we found, the two Ayers brothers, Austin and Aaron. It's good to see you guys.
Welcome back.
So how is business? How is life?
Business has been great. It's been very busy, busy for both of us. A couple new kiddos in the past year. So no, but business has been doing great.
I know you really want to give a shout out to all of the people around this area that shop local, that choose to come right here to Cook Street to see the two of you.
Obviously, first and foremost, we're so appreciative of our customers, and there's just been such a strong sentiment to shop local, shop small, support family business. And I guess with the inventory, we've been very blessed. We've got a packed showroom, trucks coming in every week. We've really we're running out of places to put everything. We're in good shape.
I feel like there's such a difference in the customer's mood when they walk in. They don't have that anxious feeling of, oh gosh, here comes the salesperson coming over to talk to me. Why is that so different here?
We put a major emphasis on no pressure shopping. Our salespeople, they're fantastic. They're gonna be there when you need them, but they're gonna let you, try everything out, and they're gonna leave you alone and let you relax.
So all these years later, the big question is, there's still the Portage Furniture free delivery?
Yep, absolutely. Still the free delivery. Gonna bring it right into your home, set it up, make it perfect for you. They'll even cook you dinner or sing a song for you if you need. They're just fantastic.
That's that small, local, family feel business mentality. You can't replicate it, right?
We're the Ayers family.
From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Just 2 pills for all-day pain relief. Aleve it and see what's possible. And also try Aleve X topical pain relief.
My daughter has type 2 diabetes, and lately, I've seen this change in her.
Once-weekly Trulicity is proven to help lower A1C. It lowers blood sugar from the first dose, and you could lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
And welcome back. The only slowdown we're looking at in traffic right now is on the eastbound belt line. Currently, there was an accident a little bit ago here on Town Drive, and that is currently slowing things down eastbound in parts of the belt line, but that's about all we're looking at in terms of slowdowns right now.
All right, Austin, thank you. Direct from Broadway, the musical Mean Girls comes to Overture next week.
Mark, I can hear that fan. That's funny. The critics say Mean Girls delivers with intense energy and a wicked sense of humor. Let's go backstage with our Michael Bruno.
Wait, why don't I know you?
Regina George is not cool. She's a life ruiner.
They want me to have lunch with them all week. It's so fetch.
Yes, Mean Girls, it's based on the 2004 movie written by Tina Fey. Essentially, it's the story of Katie Heron, who grew up homeschooled in rural Africa, and her junior year of high school has to move to suburban Chicago and learn how to be a teenager. When she first gets to high school, she's immediately befriended by Janice and Damien, who do not play the social popularity game. They're self-proclaimed outcasts, and they're proud of it. But she also finds Regina George, who's the queen bee of the 3 plastics that run the school. And Janice comes up with this idea to use Katie as a spy to try and infiltrate the plastics and take them down from the inside. And of course, it doesn't go well.
You are filled with lies.
Mary Kate, tell me a little bit more about your character.
Oh, Janice is that kind of quintessential art freak. I'm sure that, I resonate with her very much. That was me back in the day. I was the queen of the band. I was the queen bee in my own right. But she is very much not the queen of the social hierarchy of her high school. And she has a long-standing history and rift with the queen bee, Regina George. So all of this is kind of a revenge plan to take down the structure of school, and especially this one girl, and to kind of teach everybody a lesson about power and how fast it's given, how fast it's taken away, and how girls need to stand in their own power if they're going to show the world anything, if they're going to represent anything, they have to find it for themselves first. I don't know if this is taboo, but Eric and I, we operate as a team every press night, and we are in competition with the girl who plays Karen to be the fan favorites. So it's very easy to pick a fan favorite in this show because everybody is so much like large. They're humans, but they're larger than life. And I would just like to campaign on behalf of Madison that Eric and I, we should be your fan favorites. We should steal your show and not Karen.
Yes, please choose us.
Choose us. Choose us.
Whatever, I'm getting cheese fries.
I didn't know it was a competition. Michael's here now.
Who knew? Who knew?
This is a fun show.
Oh, it's a hysterical show, and it really is based on the movie, so it's all that and a bag of chips, too. It's really fun.
Does it stay close to the movie, Michael?
It does. It stays very close to the first movie. There was a follow-up called Mean Girls 2, which I guess wasn't as funny or as popular as Mean Girls 1, but the script stays pretty much, close to the original movie by Tina Fey.
And it's nice to have Broadway back at Overture.
Yes.
Yes, it is really wonderful. And these kids are just, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be great.
It starts next Tuesday, January 11th, and runs through Sunday, January 15th. Tickets.overture.org. You need to show proof of vaccination and wear a mask to get into Overture. All right, it's that time. 3, 2, 1,
It's Friday.
And it's Susan Simon's birthday eve.
Oh, thanks.
Happy birthday in advance, Susan.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Have a great weekend, and we'll have a final check your forecast. Yes, exactly. Nice babushka. Final check your forecast coming up.
It's your last chance to ring in the new year with style at Ashley Home Store. Save up to $1,000 on select mattresses. Shop in-stock mattresses up to 65% off and delivered to your door within 5 days. Plus interest-free financing for 5 years on luxury brands. Only at Ashley Home Store.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
No matter what you do, who you are, or how much money you earn, when it comes to doing taxes, don't go it alone. Jackson Hewitt Tax Pros will make certain you don't miss out on a single deduction. Get the biggest refund you deserve at Jackson Hewitt.
It's your last chance to ring in the new year with style at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 54% off holiday doorbusters and special buys while supplies last. Plus interest-free financing for 5 years. Pay less than $20 a month for a new room you'll love. Only at Ashley Home Store.
I think it's time we start talking about what happened to your parents. Like a truthful version.
On day 4 of the Halderson trial, we'll show you the questions Chandler faced from police the day he was arrested. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 5.
Sunday at 10, when left without phone service for months.
The phone line was a steady hum.
A prominent Madison musician turned to our call for action team.
Things started to happen.
Leah Lynchard shows you how a call for action helped restore communication. Sunday at 10.
And welcome back. One more alert day in the forecast, and this one's going to be for Monday. Low temperatures that morning around 5 to 10 below zero. High temperatures 5 to 10 above zero. Almost pretty much exactly like what we saw here today. And then our extended forecast does show that cold day on Monday, but that's the only single-digit day that we have in the forecast. In fact, most of the forecast is actually in the 20s and even the 30s. The last half of this next week, I'm looking forward to those lower to mid-30s. A flurry chance for Friday, but no accumulating snowfalls expected as of right now. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. It's the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure. And trust your heart to Entresto.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the Herb Chicken Mediterranean Pizza right now at papamurphys.com.
Think you know Madison? Test your city smarts in this month's interactive issue of Madison Magazine. Answer fast facts, solve a crossword, guess the year, and much more. Visit madisonmagazine.com and order your copy today.
News 3 and Channel 3000 put top stories and breaking news at your fingertips. Video alerts and forecasts. Clean, simple, and fast. Download the Channel 3000 app today.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
It is the first Friday of the new year, and you know what that means. It's time for the News House.
Here's Louie and Oliver with the best animal stories of the week.
Here's the News Hounds, Louie and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the News Hounds, a playful panda.
Rare video of a Siberian tiger and her cubs.
And toasty monkeys.
But first, the London Zoo has begun its annual census of its animal residents. The yearly task requires zookeepers to tally up every creature currently at the zoo, which is home to more than 400 species. The audit, which takes keepers almost a week to complete, is shared with other zoos around the world to help with conservation. 2021 saw the London attraction welcome some new arrivals, including Asiatic lioness Aria in April. The Bolivian black-capped squirrel monkeys helped with the count, which includes creatures big and small.
Here's some amazing video of a Siberian tigress with her 2 newborn cubs captured on camera at the Russian Amur Tiger Center. Mom and her babies are walking through the woods. The cubs are estimated to be 4 to 5 months old. The Siberian tiger is extremely rare and hardly ever seen on camera. They are considered an endangered species, so it's no surprise that conservationists are thrilled with the addition of 2 new cubs.
From the cold of Siberia to this, Francois leaf monkeys, an endangered species enjoying a warm winter at a breeding center in China. Despite a cold wave, keepers at this center have installed heaters in every room to keep the 80 monkeys toasty warm. An alarm goes off if the heating system fails. The leaf monkeys are also fed nutritious food like holly leaves and pumpkins so they can store plenty of energy. Workers go through all of this effort because Francois leaf monkeys are one of China's most endangered wild animals.
And finally, giant panda Yang Guan got a box full of treats from zookeepers at the Edinburgh Zoo in Scotland over the ice. It was a lovely box of treats, but just like his human counterparts, this young panda would rather play with the box. The zoo said in a tweet, turns out he liked the box more than the treats. Kids these days.
And that's this week's edition of the News Hounds Now Update.
It's pretty typical, isn't it?
Oh, that's a great way to end the week.
Rather play with the box.
On a happy note.
All right. Happy birthday in advance, Susan.
Thank you so much, Mark.
News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.